Hey,
We're live.
there's a will, there's a way.
And look, K,
Anyway.
and look, K, man, and look, be with your little brother. He'll find a way.
Yeah. Cheating ass.
Hey.
Good morning on a Saturday.
Do what you gotta
On
do.
a Saturday. On a Saturday.
Look, K, man.
Surprise.
K, man, it's cold. Once we finish this, I'm gonna hit the road. We're gonna wife and I gonna do a little bit of shopping and get back in the house. And look, K, man. Hey, did you buy that blower, K, man, for the driveway?
No.
Oh yeah, y'all got like a foot of snow coming, don't you?
Man, they talking about 10 inches, man.
Yeah, I don't believe it's gonna be that, but it's minimum at least 5.
And look,
5
K,
inches
man.
of snow.
And look, K, man, you a whole lot further north than I am. So
yeah, but the most of it's coming from the west, so you're close to the west. So you're close to the west. Welcome to the You Know Nothing. Sorry about we just gabbing over here Saturday morning.
First one of the year.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, for real.
Welcome to
talk to y'all since last year.
Yeah. You Know Nothing About Sports Podcast. I'm here. Jimmy's out. B-Wig and Sean. Shouts out and prayers up to everyone in New Orleans.
Yeah, man, for real. A lot of senseless foolishness going on, man.
That's some wild stuff, man. That when I woke up, my wife woke me up and was like, I'm like, no, I was asleep. And when I saw that, man, and I hate to say it because I can see stuff like that happen, because I want to say in the past 10 years, there's been a lot of shootings around the French Quarter on Bourbon Street. So I'm not sure what. That's why when my wife and I were down there, we didn't even walk down Bourbon Street. We just stayed on Canal Street. And I got my daiquiris from Uptown, not too far from my house. That's why I went and got my daiquiris, because I know the area's a safe place. Because I always tell everybody, man, I say, people sleep on New Orleans, man. New Orleans is one of the roughest cities in this world, man. Growing up there, you just don't know the stuff I've seen and went through, bro. I mean,
and all those people, there's destination places to go for New Year's, and that's one of those places. And so, and then you had the bowl game happening, so you had a lot of out-of-towners from from Indiana. Notre Dame's a national school, so all over the place in Georgia. So that's just tragic.
And I'll be honest with you, man. The Sugar Bowl committee kind of dislikes it when schools like, mainly when LSU gets to go to the Sugar Bowl, because they're not going to get the tourist crowd. They're going to get a lot of people from Louisiana to come.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So when they have out-of-state schools like Notre Dame and Georgia, they're seeing dollar signs.
National programs. Yeah, you talking about hotel? Hotel.
And I was watching the Full Edit Network, and
of course you were.
And look, Cam Newton said it. Cam Newton came out and said, "Look, man," he said, "don't nobody want to see Notre Dame there." He said, "Notre Dame is like the Cowboys of college football." He said, "Notre Dame is America's university." He said everybody likes Notre Dame.
He's showing his age.
Yeah, I can't take him seriously. I mean, I just can't. For a myriad of reasons, I just can't.
Yes, yeah, me neither.
And look, he had, if you've seen that daggone outfit he had on yesterday, and then he had nerve to chime in on the Jimmy Butler situation, man.
I'm not getting into that, because once again, Brandon's right. I mean, you cancel Steve Young's contract. I'm not doing this today.
Cam Newton he's even more so since his podcast, but he's always come off as a know-it-all, like I know more than you, and he really don't know a whole lot. Cam doesn't know a whole lot. I saw him on a podcast recently. Not sure if y'all follow Jamal Bryant, big pastor in Atlanta. So he was on Pastor Jamal Bryant's podcast, and normally on his podcast he's able to feed the guests pretty much what what he like, the direction that he wants the interview to go, or the podcast to go. And Jamal Bryant, like if you know anything about Jamal Bryant, he's a encyclopedia of knowledge, like across society,
Right.
like across multiple facets. And he schooled Cam big time on that interview. Like it's rare that you see Cam like at a loss for words. Like he'll try to state an opinion, and then Jamal Brown will shut it down with some knowledge. it was beautiful.
No. Cam is perfect for today's media. People
Yes,
who
Cam, man.
he's that do your own research guy, but he doesn't know anything. He's perfect for this medium. He's absolutely he's there aren't any. Damn, I don't want to say this because there are not that many intelligent people doing this, and if they are, they're not popular. And I'm talking about from the whole podcasting world.
That's true.
Right.
And K-Man, I'm gonna tell you why. That's true. Because the way the world is right now, K-Man, and B, they're unpopular because they're telling the truth, and people don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Because the truth is mainly like brings people down.
Right.
People are looking to be entertained, and Cam Newton is the way the outfits he have on. He's into entertainment.
I mean, we have one of our videos. One of our earliest videos is of him in his outfits.
Yeah.
So yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. But hear me out. Hold on, B. Hear me. B. This for you. He's doing it to build a brand and to make wealth. Is that wrong? Is he going about it?
Yes.
The wrong way?
Yes. Because he's already wealthy.
Yeah. He didn't need that. He already had endorsements. I mean, he didn't need to go down this road.
Okay, if you look at the dudes that had the I Am Athlete podcast, right? And they all separated. And it's funny, they all separated and everyone's doing well except Brandon Marshall. He's Brandon Marshall. He's just taking what Brandon Marshall did and doing that. Like, I will give this to Ocho. Ocho will tell you straight up, I don't know. Like, you'll see a lot on his shit or some clips. I didn't know. Tell me more. Like, you tell me more.
Yeah.
I don't know. But no, Cam thinks he knows everything. And he's like, and then like, if you did, you would know how to throw better. You would have known how to stay longer in the league. You would have known how to complete over a career 60% passes. Like, come on. Like he'll say certain things. He'll say certain things, and people, because of who he looks like see, Sam, I saw somebody say, you see, Cam said, Brock Purdy was a game manager. Everybody and their mama knows that that Brock Purdy's a great game. Man, right. He was the last pick.
He said it, but because he said it, now it's this revelatory thing. Like, wow.
How many times have we said on here that we think the problem with Dak is that he's not a game manager? You're trying to ask him to do too much. We know what game managers can win a Super Bowl. Tom Brady's a game manager. The second half of his career, he wasn't, but the first half, he was a game manager.
Yeah. The classic game manager, maybe the most famous game manager to win a Super Bowl. Elvis Presley.
Yes.
Nobody knows who he is.
Trent
My
Dilfer.
son, I was telling my son about the Purple People Eaters. No, that was that was the Purple People Eaters, right? That defense, 2000 defense. 2000 Ravens defense.
No, that was the Ravens. That was the Ravens.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah. But I don't know what their nickname was.
Yeah, I think it was the Purple People Eaters.
Isn't that go for New Orleans? I mean, Minnesota.
Was that? No, that was the Vikings with John Randall. That was the Vikings with John Randall. Hey, I can't remember what the.
But that 2000 Ravens defense was vicious, man. Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, and them. Oh,
yeah.
Man.
And I was trying to tell my son about that the other day, and he was like, "Who's the quarterback of that team? They didn't score a lot of points. They didn't score a lot of points." I was like, I was like, you know a guy named Trent Dilfer? Who? Trent Dilfer.
Look, B, to your point,
no?
B.
And this guy knows everything. Like he knows about sports, right? At 11 years old, he knows about sports.
And look, y'all bring it up. That was the Ravens kept winning games by field goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jamal Lewis.
Because people couldn't score.
But hold up. 2015 Denver Broncos. Peyton was a game manager because his neck was just
yeah.
I mean, he's the greatest game manager of all time because that's not how he normally. Because he came in because he still has the rookie record for interceptions in a year. But I'm just saying, like some people just because they have a platform, they think because their voice is so loud that everything they say is uber important,
amplified.
and it's just not. You know, Stephen A. is the poster child of that. His daddy before that, Skip Bayless. You know,
So, see, the thing is, like, it's easier. It's easier to everybody knows it's easier to run with a lie than it is with the truth. The truth is what it is. It's not going to change. The thing about a lie is it's very easy to spawn other lies off of a single lie, and it's very easy to form your own opinion off of a lie because it doesn't require you to think.
Yeah.
B, perfect example. Did y'all see the interview with your boy from Pittsburgh, the wide receiver?
Yeah, George Pickens.
The reporter asked him.
That dude.
He said, y'all not on the same page. And he said, who said that? Did he say that? Or did you say that? And the reporter didn't know. He said, he said it. And your boy turned away and put his mask on and walked away.
He said,
yeah. But no one knows if it's true or not. But like you said, a lie can spawn a whole bunch of different emotions.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin's gonna get him up out of there.
Well, look, once again, I mean, this ain't Mike's first rodeo with something like this.
True.
I mean, not even going.
And Antonio Brown went where?
See, it's not even Antonio Brown. What light skin dude from Notre Dame? 2020 draft.
Yeah, Claypool.
Yeah, him.
I know you're talking about Clay.
Yeah.
No,
Claypool wasn't this bad though, was he?
He wasn't that bad, but
he was bad enough to be bounced around. I don't know how bad he was.
Yeah, he couldn't even stick in Chicago.
Yeah, I'm just like, come on. It's
that and you guys are hitting on so many points about players and the platform they have. They think they have a bigger platform and they amplify it. And when as you guys have just illustrated, it can go south real bad and they get a real bad they get a real bad persona in whatever team locker room they go to.
Yeah.
And on that segue, let's speaking of a person who's being a bad teammate now, Jimmy Butler.
What's wrong with Jimmy?
But look, I knew that was coming because I heard rumblings even before the season started that he wanted out of Miami. And at first I was like, nah. Then when it started getting more traction, I was like, maybe there's some kind of validity to this joint. Then all this stuff happened. And I knew the best way that Pat Riley was going to get back at him was either suspend him without pay or make him sit on the bench if he shows up at the game. He's not going to play.
Yeah. I knew something was coming down the pike when I got a notification. I think it was my Yahoo Sports app. I got a notification saying that number one, they were saying that, you know, the suspension news was fluff and that, you know, he likely wouldn't be suspended. I'm like, yeah, he's getting suspended. But and this was yesterday morning. And then I saw a report saying that he was likely going to not be traded and stick it out in Miami. And I was like, yeah, that's a lie too.
He getting traded.
See, here's the thing, right? Like, and it's you see this a lot in sports. A player that was never really great, but really good. You know, they think that they're better than what they really are or what they really were. And so you see this a lot, right? With this ego saying that, you know, he feel like he'll rediscover his love for the game if he goes elsewhere. And like, you know, but the thing I love is this though. The Heat came out and said Yeah, we'll be able to contend without him. We just need somebody that can play now in a a hypothetical trade. We can contend without him. Like, of course, Jimmy's like, what is what is he averaging? What is he averaging this year?
I'm not even sure, but
what is his numbers looking like this year?
I think Tyler Hero got a better average than him, but
I mean, you've hung your hat on defense your entire career. You can't really do that anymore because you can't move. Your body's failing you. Your knees are old. And
Brandon, not to interrupt you, he is averaging 17 points a season. 17 points a season.
17 points. Okay, so I'll give you the name of a person that's averaging a little bit more than that. Is way younger and way better. The kid out in Portland. Now I had his name in my head. I'm almost 40. Y'all forgive me.
It's
the little light skin Simons.
Oh,
no.
Yeah. Now, which one would you rather have on your team? Anthony Simons or Jimmy Butler?
Hey, man. What I tell y'all? Look at my gray hair, man. Father Time is undefeated. So Jimmy should have realized that.
All right. So my take is this. So first of all, this is a pattern. This is a pattern. He did this in Chicago. He was brought in to be Derrick Rose's number 2. Then Derrick Rose started having the problems, so and then they went up as much as they could with him after Derrick Rose left. Then he gets traded to Minnesota because Thibodeau goes there. And then he fights with Towns and Wiggins. Now, I understood Now, a lot of people sided with him because his whole thing was them dudes are uber talented and they're not putting the effort in. And I fully understand that. So then he gets moved and goes to Philly. And then they decide, hey, we're going to give Tobias Harris some money because, you paid Tobias Harris over me? So he had a chance to go to Houston to be with Harden and Chris Paul. But he didn't want to be a 3 because in his mind, he's a 1. So he goes down to Miami. And because of the culture and himself, I'm not going to try to downplay his efforts. They get to 2 NBA finals. They get waxed because they hit but they get to 2 NBA finals. They give him a ridiculous contract that I still to this day don't understand. And then he wants an extension. You brought them nothing. Well, as Charles Barkley said, this is Pat Riley. This is the same dude who got rid of Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade who won a championship, who got to the playoffs his first year, won a championship in his third year, and helped Pat Riley orchestrate the whole and he still said bye.
Look, B, you and Kate Man just laid out. One of y'all said the key term. Ego. Pat Riley gives a damn about ego. Here's the thing. Ego, just like Kate Man, you said he was really a 3, but he thinks he's a 1. Everywhere he went, he thinks he's a 1. Mm-hmm. Ego.
Yeah. See, the thing is, Kennedy, you mentioned those finals appearances, right? That was all Eric Spoelstra. Yeah. Well, aside from Pat Riley, but we all know
it was taking advantage.
Pat Jr.
It's taking advantage of a weak Eastern Conference, and I'm better than most of these coaches, and I can do, and he did. But then after what he played at West, and he had much more talent. They got waxed,
and they caught Milwaukee in a down year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't debate.
They pull Boston's B card a couple of times.
Yeah.
So it's just like, but okay, so Jimmy Butler is similar to Draymond. Jimmy Butler worked really hard in high school, worked really hard in college.
Yeah.
And maximized the talent that they have. But where his talent is starting to diminish because of his limitation athletically. Where like you see LeBron and you see KD and even Melo, you saw them at their heights because they were uber talented. So when they start diminishing, they're still better than most because they're like Unicorns.
Yep.
Oh, then go back to Pat Riley's ego. This is a man who told LeBron James in 2012, in 2013, at this dude's height.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't have all these people around here. I don't want your mama in here.
And
you think he's going to treat you better? Come
Yeah.
on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing?
And K-Man, to your point, man, you just made a good point. Like I said, Father Time is undefeated, number one. And if you want to have longevity in the league, in my opinion, there's two things you got to do. LeBron keeps himself in shape throughout the whole year. He works out. Number one. That's number one. Number two, if you notice, LeBron doesn't have the lift on his jump shot like he had when he was younger, but he's finding other ways to contribute, like on defense, coaching up the other younger players, or passing the ball. I didn't see Jimmy doing none of that stuff.
Well, first of all, LeBron is probably. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say with LeBron, everything you said is true, but it's because LeBron may possibly be the smartest NBA mind that we've ever seen on a basketball court.
Maybe
outside of Magic, LeBron may be the most intelligent. LeBron knows when to pick his spots. Like you're not gonna see LeBron selling out on defense and then midway through the first quarter. No, he knows how to pick his spots.
In February. Why would I do that?
Yeah, like LeBron knows how to pick his spots, and
right.
Let's be honest, like LeBron never really had much of an offensive repertoire.
No,
but because he probably is the single most athletic player that we've ever seen grace the NBA basketball court. He's been able to last this long. Now, Sean, you mentioned the lift on his jump shot. The lift period is gone. He can barely get up. He can barely get up for a two-handed dunk now. So,
but he's 40.
Yeah.
And with 20 years, 8 straight finals.
Yeah.
Sprinkle some Olympics in there. A lot of wear and tear on them treads.
But
Jimmy Butler's 5 years younger and ain't got that. Plus, he was never that athletic.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't. Even coming out of Marquette, but he wasn't. But like you said earlier, he maximized the opportunity like Draymond did. So,
and I love how I love how he said I got these trade destinations, and here are the trade destinations. Oh yeah, Phoenix, Golden State, Houston, Dallas. No one's giving up anything for you. First of all, Phoenix don't have the assets. I mean, I get you're gonna trade Bradley Beal. All right, cool.
Bradley Beal has no trade clause.
Oh yeah, so he ain't going nowhere. No. Bradley don't have it because he waived it. He waived it to get traded to Phoenix.
Oh, I thought he did. Okay.
Yeah. So and now he was the last of Mohicans with that one. Dallas. I mean, I don't know. Golden State, maybe because they're desperate and they're middling. Houston, hell no. They're not trading.
Smith got hurt. Okay, man. Gonna be out about 2 months, right? Broken hand. Jabari Smith for the Rockets.
Still not trading.
Yeah.
We're not giving up. We're not giving up our assets and them I'm about to cuss and them picks for a 35-year-old Jag. We're not doing that.
Hey, look, I hope at some point Jimmy Butler, by happenstance or something, sees maybe this segment of the podcast. Maybe we'll create a short out of it or something. But look, let's just have 30 seconds. No, not even 30 seconds. Let's have 10 seconds of honesty, right? DeMar DeRozan is a better version of you.
Yes.
End of story.
Yeah.
I would much rather have DeMar DeRozan at this stage in their respective careers than Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
They're the same player.
Yeah.
They don't have an outside game. They're mid-range assassins, but DeMar DeRozan is more so than Jimmy Butler at this stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Jimmy's down.
But you know why? Because DeMar had Jabbar at his height had way more athletic ability.
Yeah, when he was in Toronto. Yeah.
So his come down, his less peak is not as hard as Jimmy's.
Yeah,
because he's just.
I wish he would realize that he'd squeeze out like at least 3 to 4 more years of good production if he just get rid of the cornrows.
The struggle braids.
he be changing colors on him. I mean,
you know what he'd be good. You know what he'd be really good at, but his contract won't allow him to go there, and no one's going to trade for him. He'd be really good in New York, coming off their bench.
Who, Jimmy?
Yeah.
But ego kid, man.
Oh yeah, after the ego was like, no, I'm better than Jalen Brunson. Oh, I'm better than Carvey Child. Oh, I'm better than Bridges.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, that's what him and Pat Riley butt heads about ego.
And he's telling Pat Riley, who's been around this game forever, seen the greatest
of greats,
coached them, and coached against them. Yep. This man has coached Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and James Worthy. Has gone against Larry Bird. Has gone against Isaiah Thomas and Dennis Rodman.
Yep.
Gone against Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen.
Yep.
Then in New York, gone against Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Dennis Rodman. Then and lose to Hakeem Olajuwon.
That's wild.
He goes against Alonzo. Then goes down to Miami, and then has Wade, has Shaq win the title with a diminished Gary Payton and all the cast around that. Then gets second act.
Yo,
come on,
man. You done named about almost half the greatest NBA players.
First of all, he's top 50 and he's top 50 coaches. I mean, he's top. Yeah. He was one of the top coaches when they did 50. He's one of the top coaches when they did 75. He has been around this league for almost 50 years.
Ooh.
Has coached against some of the greatest players of all time.
Hey, man.
And he has told some of the greatest players of all time, kick rocks.
NBA Mount Rushmore.
Come on, man. What we doing?
Hey, but look, I'm gonna go back to that term you said, okay, man, ego. Yeah. Some guys' ego get in the way of them being better.
And this is my last point. The main issue with Jimmy Butler, it's not the main issue. It's one of the issues. He's popular in the media. He's not popular with fans. The media loves his story. So in the media gives him, because he's good. I'm about to say good on the mic. He's good at talking to the reporters, and he's engaging. And that was terrible. Starting off the year terrible. And he gives them the sound bites that they like. So he's really. So this is where you get the playoff Jimmy. No card carrying NBA fan goes, that's playoff Jimmy. No, the media.
They created that term, playoff Jimmy.
Great. Yes, that was deserved. Yes. If you put AO under there, I'd have walked out. And so in his mind, the media tells me I'm great, but fans don't really care for you like that. But you think, because redhead with the thighs was slurping you for so long, or the little light skin now who took her spot. All these people, player, you're not love. To hit the Draymond line, you ain't loved like that.
Nah.
Yeah.
And then he looked like Jordan in the face, so that plays into it too.
Yeah.
That's another topic for another podcast. we not starting 2025 like that.
I'm willing to do it. Take us to another level.
That did what
Oh man.
Oh well, good luck, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you gonna do, man.
Good luck in Utah.
Give,
Yeah,
give,
for real.
get rid of the cornrows, man.
Yeah.
I mean that's either
You,
either do the fade.
I was ready to move on until you said that because I can see Pat Riley trading him for Laurie Marketing, and they win in the East.
Wow. Marketing.
Yeah.
He give him a bunch of useless first round picks in 2032. Like that.
That's wild.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, man. That's so conceited.
All right, man.
We'll talk about these running backs.
Yeah, K-Man, you brought that up yesterday when you in our text, and when you brought it up, I said, "Dang, I was thinking that early in the year because the previous year running backs were getting the shaft when it came to contracts.
Yeah.
Now, because of Barkley and Derrick Henry.
No, it's not that. I remember the screenshot I sent you of.
Oh yeah,
it was like 2 weeks ago. How many running backs have 1,000 yards?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, my question to y'all: what do y'all think changed from last year to this year?
I have the answer. I think I have the answer. Yeah, I think.
What you got, K-Man? Go ahead.
Oh, the answer is Vic Fangio.
So,
because Vic Fangio instituted, which every team runs now, the too high safety to eliminate eliminate the big play, because the touchdown Marvin Mims scored last year was the longest touchdown in like 6 years in air yards. I'm like, 40. 8 years. Well, not 8 years. 6 years. Yeah, something like that. I was like, what? That can't be right. So what it makes teams, so they've been, throwing short passes, but now all of a sudden they're running the ball.
With gaping holes.
People are, offensive line used to be, hey, you just need a left tackle. Now, you need left tackle, right tackle, guard, center.
Yeah.
So now teams are running the ball, and they know that, it's like the 80s. No, it's always been the same. You always run the ball. The air is sexy, but the running will help you win. And so Derrick Henry and Saquon. Oh, shout out to the Giants. And I would hate to. I couldn't sleep at night if he went to the Eagles. Way to go, dumbass. Overrated franchise. Overrated franchise. Have been helped by this league. Other than that, they beat the Jets. I'm sorry. The Giants will beat the Jets. So I don't care what nobody says. But
Giants gave all that money to Daniel Boone for no reason. But what you got, B?
We got Bijan, but it's also Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, exactly.
Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones. It's just
I think and what Kennedy's saying is exactly right. But I also think that, if you pay attention to the NFL over the course of a few years, trends come in waves.
Yeah.
Trends come in waves. You have the waves of, everybody wants a running quarterback. You have the wave of everybody wants a 6'5", 6'6", Justin Herbert, cannon arm, sit back there and just air it out quarterback. Everybody wants, the short and mobile but accurate Drew Brees quarterback. You see these waves, right? And so we're coming off of a wave where everybody was trying to be the next Sean McVay, right? Come up with the next innovative passing offense where you don't really need a running game per se. You just need athletic offensive linemen that can get into a zone and block. And so I think what we're seeing is we're entering into re-entering into the phase of physical offensive line play. Like physical offensive line, because number one, I think that over the last few years, like after like Penei Sewell, and a couple others, we've seen like a decrease in offensive line talent coming out of college, especially as it pertains to pass blocking. So what's the easiest thing for an offensive lineman to do? Move forward, push somebody over, push somebody forward, run the ball. So we're seeing a recommitment to running the ball, and the fact that as Kennedy alluded to, the fact that defenses are playing more of this too high style.
Yep.
You be foolish not to. You be foolish not to run the ball. Now it helps to have a Derrick Henry. It helps to have a Bijan Robinson. It helps to have a Josh Jacobs and Kyron Williams.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're reinstilling that physical nature to your team, then all the ingredients start to come into place for a successful running game.
And I'm gonna tell y'all right, because when I was in high school, when I played running back, my offensive line, we had some big dudes, man. We had dudes that was like 6'3", 330, and 340. We had one guy that was 6'7", 325. But the thing they hated the worst.
High school.
Yeah, it's high school. The thing they hated the worst, y'all, was pass blocking.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind. I'm like, hold up, they want to run block, and then one of the guys named Lewis Age. Lewis was like, nah, I would rather run block than pass block. He said, with run blocking, I know where I got to go. I know what I got to do. He said, with pass blocking, I got to keep looking around. I don't know where the defender's coming from. And I went, oh.
Yeah.
It's it's human nature. It's sentient beings thing to always go forward.
Yeah.
We don't never what's the old saying? I don't want to ever look back.
Look,
don't go backwards.
Look, came back to that point. We was at Pratt in high school, and one of our coaches, Coach Gaston, asked the offensive line, my boy Heath. He said, what's the shortest distance between 2 points? And a straight line. That's what I want you to do. You go straight and block the guy. I said, oh, and look, I wanted to laugh, but I couldn't. I said, oh, dang, okay.
But also a lot of this started with that draft where Detroit and Atlanta took running backs in the first 15 picks. That was like the 2022 draft?
I think so.
22.
Yeah, so that started the trend. That started a trend. And this resurgence of running backs also now coincides with this draft being the deepest running back draft in a while, that you could see maybe one or two, running backs get drafted in the first round.
And to what Beat was saying earlier, the offensive line, that's probably, I haven't looked at the offensive line for the draft this year, but
not good.
It always helps to have a pretty good tight end, especially if you're going to install a good running game, because sometimes that tight end could be crucial on sealing that end for the back to cut around. And then at the same time, I don't know if you guys remember, there was a run on wide receivers. You want to have a good wide receiver. Now, in a run scheme, the wide receivers like Amon-Ra St. Brown, they got to block more.
Yeah.
And
why
a lot of them starting to take pride in blocking.
I don't know if you noticed Sunday night. Why do you think Zach Robinson has Drake London so close to the line of scrimmage on rundowns, and Kyle Pitts isn't even in the game? Drake London is a better run blocker than Kyle Pitts. Let that sink in.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. That is wow.
Let that sink in.
And look, that's where we are now, the state of the game. Running backs getting over 1,000 yards. So, another question. How long do you think this trend is going to continue? You think it's going to continue for the next 2 to 3 years? Or I'm pretty sure there's probably, like you say, there's going to be another wave coming in and something is going to change. Because if it continues on this trend, running backs going to be getting millions.
Honestly, you're asking me. Honestly, I see this trend staying for the next 10 years.
I was going to say the same thing.
It was always there. The game back in the 40s and the 50s, you never threw the ball. You only had to throw the ball over desperation. You always ran the ball. And then the 80s and the 90s, it's only the last 10 years where voices like Mel Kiper was like, I wouldn't draft a running back this high, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no, if they're talented.
Right.
Because this is the man who wouldn't draft Emmitt Smith in the first round. He wouldn't have drafted Walter Payton. He wouldn't have drafted Barry Sanders. So that's why he's on ESPN with his palm oil hair and not in no one's front office.
Looking like a Thundercat.
Yeah. You telling me when the Browns when the Browns went over to Baltimore, like, oh, because Mel lives in Annapolis or Baltimore? Why? No, because you're just good there for talking. You're not really that dude.
I give y'all three. I give y'all two names, right? I give y'all two names to look out for in this upcoming draft, and we'll get to the draft after the playoffs or whatever. Number one is obvious, Ashton Genty.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, Omarion Hampton out of UNC. Watch those two names. Watch where they go. I'm not projecting anything, right now, but those are two dogs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look, B. I'm gonna throw another name at you. The dude from Arizona State, Cam Scatterboo. No one knew who this dude was until the playoffs.
Scatterboo.
When I don't know, K-Man, I'm gonna tell you, he's gonna be like a Swiss Army knife. He's gonna be the next Taysom Hill.
We'll
the
see.
way he plays.
I just you were also talking about tight ends. This is a deep draft for tight ends. I mean, Tyler Warren, Colston Loveland. I mean, those going first round. I mean, if you have one of those,
them dudes 6'5", 6'6", so you know they're gonna be going.
Yeah,
that's another trend, K man. You notice the majority of the tight ends now are over. I've seen some as tall as 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, look at Washington and Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Because you remember back in the day, the tight ends were like Shannon Sharp size, maybe 6'2", 6'3", at the most.
Because that's when they were going away from the tight end. It was like the tight end H-back role back when Shannon came in. Because remember, like Terry Orr and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But because you used to have the like tight ends, like what's the dude for the Redskins, Donnie Warren, who was just who was just like another tackle because you needed him for Lawrence Taylor and you needed him for Reggie White. But it was Brent Jones and it was Novacek that kind of ushered in the modern tight end. There were always some dudes like Mike Ditka and Kellen Winslow, but they were like outliers in the 60s and the 70s. But the modern tight end,
Ozzie Newsome.
But the modern tight ends came in with those guys, and then they really went over the top with.
What about
Tony Gonzalez and Antonio Gates?
Antonio Gates,
That so like if you could say, the forefathers are those guys, but then the evolutionary chart, and it really started with Tony and Antonio Gates and Shannon Sharp, and
That's when the offense changed, right there.
That's when they started throwing the ball a lot. That's when they're throwing the ball a lot.
Exactly. They started throwing the ball out. The running back role kind of got diminished. But it's back.
And you started getting tight ends like Jimmy Graham, who were not really tight ends and stuff like that.
Well, I'm going to tell you.
And then I'll give him this credit. Gronk and Kelsey have ushered in the tight ends that we see now. The dudes who can do both, who can inline and then go out and kill you.
Yeah,
I give you that one. I give you, and that even more
because Antonio Gates and Tony Gonzalez didn't block at all, and neither did Shannon. I mean, Shannon tried to block a little bit, but
I'll give Greg Olsen a little bit of that love too.
Okay, yeah.
I'll give him some of that too.
But to circle back from the top, Greg Olsen doesn't get as much run because who was throwing him the ball?
There you go.
Full circle came full circle.
Oh man,
he just brought the whole thing back around. But yeah, the running back, man, I'm telling you. And look, I'll be honest with you, I felt bad, man, because when I was growing up, the running backs were the majority of people winning the Heisman. Barry Sanders, Tony Dorsett, those guys were winning the Heisman. But that's why I say when I hear you guys say you see this trend happen for the next 10 years, the running back position is a hard position. They're going to be injuries. So So the thing is, what I'm saying now, you have teams that have 2 to 3 backs that they rotate.
When running backs start making real money again, you'll see kids stop saying, "Oh, I want to be a tight end. Oh, I want to be a safety. Oh, I want to be a linebacker."
Wide receiver. Huh?
But here's the thing about it's the economics in the NFL. So gives it to from one position, but takes it from the next. So while guards are getting paid now, linebackers are not getting paid that much. Safeties are not getting paid that much.
True that. That's a
so.
Yeah.
But then, if the trend is maybe the next 10 years, you're going to need a safety.
And look,
you're going to need those linebackers.
It was one podcast. Right. I think it was you, B. You told me. I said every team has a lockdown corner, and I think B. I think you said, well, I don't think there's any I don't think they have any more lockdown corners in the league. And I was like,
now there is one. Now we do have one. I will.
We got more than one.
Look, one for sure.
Okay,
Pat Surtain Jr.
Yeah,
okay,
but sure. when healthy, what's the name in Green Bay is nice.
Jair.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's nice, but this year's just been terrible for him with the injuries.
Okay, and then look,
Sauce is overrated because he's in New York. He's just grabby. He's grabby.
But don't sleep on my man AJ. He just Is Terry McLaurin out of jail yet?
Oh,
is he out of jail? This dude, AJ took this man. It's like, no, you come here. You sit in timeout for the whole game.
Almost,
almost, yeah.
Damn. I couldn't. I was blown. I'm like, hold up.
Okay, I wasn't that blown away. Terry McLaurin is a 2. He's a 2. He's a 2. He's a 2.
Well, on that team,
he's 1. Yeah, just like Cortland Sutton on our team is a 1, but he's a 2 in the NFL.
And those are trends. Remember for a while you needed a good free safety. That was a trend. Then at one point you needed that stud number 1 wide receiver. That was a trend.
Yep. Everybody trying to find the next Charles Woodson, dude that can do everything.
Look, I will say this, man.
It could be Travis.
I will say this. The one trend I have in way, y'all.
He also got to stop playing wide receiver.
The one trend
and dump his fiance
is left tackle. Every year, someone wants a good left tackle. Every year.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there is no good left tackle in this draft. Joe Alt was the best left tackle, and that was last year.
Yeah.
That's why. Let me tell you something right now. The Chargers are gonna be a problem. I'm sorry. You got Slater on one hand. They got Alt on the other. Come on, man.
They got Dobbins, the running back, man. If he stay healthy.
Oh, that's an if. I mean, they're gonna probably draft another running back.
I was gonna say they got to draft somebody. Have you seen Gus Edwards run? Gus Edwards, like, you talking about you? What was the kid's name that he came from Alabama, went to Cleveland and fizzed out?
The Cleveland fizzed out.
Yeah, he came. He was with Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
He had dreads. Then he went to Cleveland and he fizzed out after a year or two.
TJ Yeldon?
Nah.
No.
Gosh, now I'm gonna have to look him up.
Alabama had dreads. What year did he come out?
Let me see. Trent Richardson.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Then he went to the Colts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he started that whole, hey, you go draft, because he was like 4. I think he was like 4th or something like that. He kind of he depressed the money of running backs for a decade. Because he was in the 2012 draft.
Yeah.
So for a decade, the depression of running backs getting money, it was him because, no, I ain't gonna draft because I don't want Trent Richardson. Oh, yeah.
Well, and you guys said earlier, man, the media and these draft people diminish the running back role because they say the role is the running back position is so violent. They're getting hit more than anyone. They're taking more hits to their legs and things like that. So that's why they were saying the life of a running back in the NFL is 5 to 7 years if they're lucky.
That's why you need a Brad Holmes.
He went
that's why
third overall.
Ooh, that's why you need a Brad Holmes. A dude said, "I don't want that. I want to win." That's why you need a Sean McVay who comes from the Shanahan tree who knows, hey, we got to run. So it's just like I don't care what Mel Kiper has to say. I don't care what Tom McShay has to say from his basement because he ain't got no job. I don't care. I don't care what Fielding Yates say. I don't care because if you were good at your job or you were good at this, you would be working at an NFL job. Bruegel is the only one I think that's turned down jobs.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear this. You're on television for a reason.
He sees it. He sees it for what it is, and he knows that Dane Brugler knows that if he takes a Letter Network job, he's going to have to change the way he reports. He's going to have to change the way he works. And as he knows how good he is. He's not willing to do that.
And Daniel Jeremiah and Bucky worked at organizations. Yeah. They worked, so they've done this. Right. So it's just like these dudes who just talk about this stuff with no knowledge.
No knowledge.
You're just there for once circling back to what we said before. People talking just to be talking.
Yep.
I'll give you that, man. But we'll see how this goes. All right, man. Let's go, K-Man.
Let's get in these picks.
Yeah, let's go, K-Man.
Oh,
let's go.
Yeah. I ain't never been this close, B.
Hey,
this close. I'm
Sean,
trying to get him.
Sean, you got to bring this home.
First of all,
you got to bring this home for the little people like me.
First of all, you need a hush. You had your opportunity. You had your opportunities these last 4 years, and then you're out of it by week 10.
Look, I just won my fantasy league. I don't care. I'm a champion over here. Look,
and B,
y'all can have these games, this low hanging fruit.
Look, B, you made me laugh, man. You told me you said, look, you could have been beating the kid, man, if you would have stuck with the Saints all the time. I said, God, man.
Yeah. This could be over with.
All right, so look, man. I'll start with you, B. Browns at the Ravens, man.
Ravens. Even with 0 starters playing, the Ravens.
Who you got, K, man?
The Ravens.
And look, all right. So this is the game everybody's waiting.
Who are you picking? Because I need to know.
Yeah.
Look, good point. I'm taking the Ravens.
All right.
But this is the game everybody talking about. Bengals at the Steelers, K, man. Who you got?
I have the Bengals winning because I think they believe there's a chance. Pittsburgh's in it, so the Bengals are still, and especially because of the time of the game, Pittsburgh will know that they're seed. So I'm going with the Bengals.
Dang, yeah, I'm taking the Bengals as well. Who you got, B?
Yeah, I got the Bengals.
Yeah, because people are talking about Joe Burrow should be MVP, but I don't think
can't be MVP. Can't be MVP when your team stinks. I'm sorry.
Not if your team don't make the playoffs. No.
I mean, that only works in baseball. That only works in baseball. The NFL doesn't work like that.
B, I'm not even going to ask you about the Panthers, the Falcons, B.
Yeah, thank you.
Who you got, K, man?
I'm taking the Falcons because, once again, if something happens, they could be in the playoffs, but I'm taking the Falcons.
Hey, look, B, this is how bad I want it, B. I'm taking the Falcons.
Wow. But here's the thing about it, Sean. If you pick all the same picks that I pick, I win. So you're You're gonna have to deviate.
No. We're gonna have some deviation somewhere, K man.
Oh, okay.
Look, K man, you good for one of those wild off the wall picks. You always come with one of them. And they're like, dude, what you thinking? All right.
I hate this week because there's so many people resting, so I hate this week.
Yeah. All right, K man. Commanders of the Cowboys in Dallas.
Commanders, because they want to hold on to the 6th seed.
Yeah, that's what I think. The Commanders. Who you got, B?
I got the Commanders.
Dang. But I know why people talking about this next game. B. Bears at the Packers. Old school rivalry game.
Yeah, Packers.
Yeah, I'm taking the Packers. Who you got, K man?
I got the Packers because the Packers want the Commanders to lose because they can get the 6th seed. Right now, the Packers are the 7th seed.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, B. I'm sorry, K man. Jags at the Colts.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. The Colts disappoint me last week because they were supposed. First of all, they had the easiest schedule. And they still lost, which lets me know that Shankin might be getting fired. But then again, I don't know what's going on with that organization.
He's not. He's staying.
It was the Richardson thing for them, man. They don't. I mean,
well, I'm going back to. I told you he wasn't that good. So, but yeah, give me the Colts.
Yeah,
the Jags. I think the Jags want the number 1 pick because I think they feel that someone's going to try to trade up and they can. Yeah, so give me the Colts.
Who you got, B?
The Jags.
There you go.
Pride, my dude.
I got you.
And then it's a division game, so
yeah.
All right, B. Wig. Bills at the Patriots.
Yeah, the Bills.
I'm taking the Bills. Who you got, K man?
Taking the Bills because the Patriots also want to hold on to their pick too.
Oh, this is another easy game here. K man, Giants at the Eagles.
Oh, yeah, I don't care how many Eagles are sitting down. Give me the Eagles.
That's bad. Who you got, B? What?
It's division
Also,
game,
I think Saquon should have went for the record.
Me too.
He wanted to, but I mean, he can't overrule his head coach.
Get to support the team.
Once again, he's a loser.
I'll take the Eagles. This is one of those like these week 18 games. Like they just.
That's why they put them at 1 o'clock because they know all the good games are or supposed to be good games. Well, there's only one really good game. There's only going to be one good game, and that's the last game of the year, which NBC got to be
Sunday night. Yeah,
Sunday night. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. All right, B Wig, Saints at the Bucks.
The Saints, bro. The Saints.
You serious?
The Saints.
What the heck?
The Saints.
All right. Who you got, K man?
I got the Bucks. I don't want Tabo to lose his job because all that rumors earlier this year, like, oh, he could be out. Why? He had so many injuries this year.
Yeah.
So give me the Bucks.
I'm taking the Bucks. I want to win.
See, that's where you just lost.
It must be it.
That's where you just lost.
And I have
you picked the Saints all year.
I've been eating cashews for the first time in my life.
So not only are you going to lose this pick competition, but you're going to be on the toilet doing it because you're eating cashews.
Yeah. What? All right, K man. This game right here, man, is one team left the city and went to the other team. K man, Texans at the Titans.
I think Houston's going to be resting players. So give me the Titans.
Ooh, and there it is right there, B-Wig. I'm taking the Texans. So, K-Man.
Yep. Good pick, Sean.
Who you taking, B? Texans?
I'm taking the Texans. The Titans want that pick. They want that number 1 pick.
Yeah. All right. This game used to be. This game might be interesting too, man. B-Wig 49ers at the Cardinals.
Just interesting for what? Give me the Cardinals.
Oh dang! I'm taking the 49ers. Who you got, K-Man?
I'm taking the Cardinals.
Oh, okay. Brock Purdy gonna let me down. I got a feeling. All right.
Brock Purdy's not playing.
Oh, that's right. Well, I already said I'm taking the 49ers. Dang it, Jimmy.
You can change your pick.
I'm
we've done that a bunch of times on the show. And last minute through text. You can change your pick.
All right, K-Man.
Right.
So are you picking?
I'm gonna stick with the 49ers.
All right.
All right, K-Man. This is a special for you, man.
Okay.
Missouri Meth at Mile High.
Look. All walrus face. The greatest father next to Bill Cosby had one job and one job only. To knock out your division foe. But no, you want to rest everybody. I want to rest my team. You're not that good. That being said, give me the Broncos. Winning and returning to the playoffs for the first time since 2015.
Ooh, I'm taking the Chiefs, but who you got, B?
I'm taking the Broncos, but this is coming from a guy as recently as a week ago who did not want his team to make the playoffs.
Okay, so here's and since I'm doing a lot of circling back in this episode, let's circle back to the first season. I told you I believe, and by believing, my fandom is coming up. So fandom makes you irrational. While you called me doom and gloom the last couple of years. It wasn't doom and gloom. I was being a realist. Now my emotions are on a roller coaster.
Realists are.
Yes.
Being a realist.
So fans, short for fanatics, I'm all over the place.
What's up being a realist, man?
So this is my year of believing. So I'm all over the place because I'm invested in this team, and I really enjoy watching this team.
Which also, is why. Go ahead.
Also, the NFL and coaches, y'all don't know nothing. For Zach Allen not to make the Pro Bowl, even though I don't like the Pro Bowl, is bull. Yeah. I just did everything off of name recognition. He's better than every defensive tackle who was there, with the exception of Chris Jones. He's better. No one has more pressure rates, and he's the number one in pressure rates, number one sacks, and tackles for losses. And you went off of names, and you picked a Raven, even though he's Nigerian, even though he's Igbo. A Raven? Get out of here with this.
Yeah, dang. All right.
So what you about to say, B?
Yeah, No, I was just gonna say you just explained to a T why I picked the Saints to beat the Bucks on tomorrow. As far fetched as it may be, they're the biggest underdog of this weekend.
Well, true.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care. I need my boy Penix in the wild card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if he were to get in there, he'd be the third rookie quarterback. If the Broncos win, because right now it's only Daniel. But if the Broncos were to win, it'd be two rookies.
That might be your first.
If Atlanta gets in there, this would validate 6 quarterbacks going in the top 12.
Yeah, I know, right?
It would validate it.
Yep. But and this probably can be another episode, but man, talk about the purgatory that JJ McCarthy is about to be in.
But the Vikings did. Somebody's going to call for him.
He's a 1-year deal.
They're not trading him. They ain't trading him.
No, they're not trading him.
They want Darnold back though. They want Darnold back. They've said publicly that they want Darnold back.
Right. So,
because you have JJ. Because you have
2025, and we're talking about Jared Goff and Sam Darnold on the best 2 teams in NFL. Who would have thunk? Wow.
Speaking of that, Goff's old team, B-Wig, Seahawks at the Rams.
Are the Rams resting starters?
I don't know.
Yes.
I took the Rams anyway, but
yeah, no, just give me the Rams, I guess.
I'm taking the Seahawks because I think the Rams are resting because they ain't got nothing to play for.
you're
And the
probably
Seahawks,
right.
They got the third seed,
Geno, so.
and they got the third seed, so they're not going up, they're not going down. So yeah, give me the Rams. I mean, give me the Seahawks.
All right, K-Man, Chargers at the Raiders.
Give me the Chargers. Chargers trying to go for that fifth seed so they can go into Houston and wax them. So give me the Chargers.
That's
And
right.
then,
I took
and
the
if
Chargers.
and if they get the fifth seed and then they do that, Staley will never get a job as a head coach ever in this league because Harbaugh took that roster and kind of got rid of some things.
Yeah,
and they're going to win 12 games.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Now Harbaugh, because give me the Chargers, but Harbaugh he has had a healthy Derwin James, which I think you know this season he's proven that he's still top
corner,
top 3 safety in the league.
Well, Dean Spanos gave Harbaugh $17 million a year, or $18 million a year, and gave him a checkbook. And Harbaugh took the guy he brought in to Michigan to help with their injuries and their wellness, and took him to LA. He took a lot of things from Michigan to it, and so that right there could attribute to why they're so healthy.
Yeah.
Because one of the Chargers charging a lot of the health and the medical, he probably overhauled that, and he's probably still going to do that going next year.
Yeah, yeah. Because somewhere Tyrod Taylor is sitting with his chest and problems breathing.
Hey, look what Kramer.
Oh man,
what Kramer told Jerry? Look, Harbaugh came on set and cleaned it up, Mister.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Hey, listen. I'm not, and I'm not going to speak prematurely or anything like that. But it's talking as far as talking about like the greatest coaches of all time, right? But when you look at his body of work across both the NFL and college, and what he's
and
done,
the rungs in college.
San Diego State,
Stanford,
yeah.
You look wherever this man's feet have touched, he's been successful. Now, there are levels to success. I get it. He hasn't won the big one.
Yes,
I get it. But just look at the success of everywhere he's been.
He is a culture builder. He is a winner.
You ain't lying. All right, B. Dolphins at the Jets, B.
John, I'll let you pick. just choose one. Just let me know who you.
I'm taking the Dolphins.
Just give me the Dolphins.
Who you got, K, man?
I told y'all I'm never picking the Jets. Give me the Dolphins.
You know what? That's what started my downfall. I said I wasn't never gonna pick the Jets, and I kept picking the Jets.
Yeah.
And...
yes.
Oh, like me with
you didn't stick with the conviction.
All right, Kate, man. The game everybody want to see, Kate, man. Who you got?
I got the Lions.
Ooh,
even with the injuries, I think this is the year
that defense, man,
the Lions make it finally to the Super Bowl. I don't know if they're gonna win, but they make it to the Super Bowl.
God, who you got, B?
I got the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm taking the Vikings as well, man.
I got the Vikings. I just I remember a Sunday night game against the Houston Texans where Jared Goff threw 4 interceptions.
5
against a mediocre 5. 5 interceptions against a mediocre defense. Brian Flores ain't mediocre.
Yeah.
If Detroit can't run the ball,
it's gonna be
early. It's gonna be night. It's gonna be night. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. I know that I picked Detroit. I picked Detroit and Baltimore to go to the Super Bowl, right?
Mm.
If Detroit loses this game Sunday, then the Vikings will be representing the NFC in the Super Bowl.
they're gonna beat the Eagles.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Kevin O'Connell versus Sirianni. Sir,
Well,
what are
you
we
heard
doing?
it here, America.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, Saquon can run for how many ever yards he wants to. His coach is gonna mess it up.
Yep.
His coach is gonna mess it up. And they have Kellen Moore as their offensive coordinator. I have not forgotten. Kellen Moore,
they do,
brilliant in the regular season. Brilliant in the regular season. He goes up against anybody with a half a mind defensively in the playoffs. Night.
Honestly,
Yeah.
if Detroit wins, what's name goes to the 5th seed, right? Minnesota goes to the 5th seed.
Minnesota. Yeah.
I think so.
Minnesota, then that means they're going to either Atlanta or Tampa.
Yeah.
They're beating them.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
then
And see them again.
And then they probably go play Philly. And they beating them. So the NFC Championship game could be this game. And that's where Minnesota could be going to the Super Bowl. Because it's hard to beat a team 3 times in the season.
Good, because we couldn't do it against the Bucs one year.
So, yeah.
That's a good point. They might see him again.
So this game, which could be good, because remember the first game was good. I don't know why it was a 1 o'clock game. This game could be good, and we could be seeing it again.
Look, y'all done did it again, man. This is about the 4th, 5th time y'all done came back full circle again, brought it right back. The Lions,
prolific, bro.
Yeah,
y'all went through the whole playoff scenario, but then we might see him again. Damn.
Yeah. And the vice versa. And the vice versa can happen if Minnesota wins.
Well, look,
Detroit could do the same thing.
That might help them because this game determines the number 1 seed, right?
Yep. And a bye.
Yes.
And Detroit. So, Detroit won. That's why I'm picking Detroit, because they need that bye.
Detroit definitely does need this so their players can get healthy. Good point. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh.
Yeah.
Good first one for the year, man.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we can keep the streak going in the playoffs.
Ooh.
We had what was supposed to be holiday break turned into a holiday hiatus.
We had so much going on, man.
Life be life, and family be family. Yeah.
Just like I said, Nick,
I mean, if y'all help us grow, please like, subscribe, and share. Then we can start getting some super chats. Some super chats. I mean, and then we can get big enough to start.
Up,
and then we can get big enough so we can start lying. So we can get DraftKings. And be like everybody, and be hypocrites, and be like everybody else. And I will do that. And I will do that to quit my job. So yeah. So we can circle back on this. Like, you're a hypocrite. I just said that on January 4th at 8:23 a.m.
Yeah. It's on the record. Sean, don't act like you ain't gonna do it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
What Dave Chappelle said? I plead the 5th.
I plead the 5th. I think it's 20 years old. That's 20 years old.
Oh man, dang. All right, fellas.
Yep.
Go out here and brave these elements, man.
Yep.
Holla at your boy.
Hey, be careful, because all that rain that came and snow, the roads are gonna be slick. So be careful.
I just heard the garage door open, so she just came back. I'm gonna find out.
Oh yeah, she ain't playing. Go ahead. We don't want to repeat of the last episode.
No, all of a sudden, the internet's closed.
I lost signal.
Can you hear me?
All right, man.
All right.
I'll holler at y'all.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Still clapping.